Okay, on the first day with trig, I thought I would do these facts too, just to get them out in the way. There's a lot of facts in trigonometry you got to know. There's 18 more in just this video, and then when we get out of triangles and go to the coordinate system, oh, there's more. So I thought I'd give you a lot of time to get this memorized, so you should make note cards on this too. And that is, there's two special triangles with nice numbers that go with them. The 45, 45, 90 and the 30, 60, 90, which is 1 square root of 3 across from the 60 and 2. So if this is 1, that means the hypotenuse is twice that, 2. So if this side was 5, the hypotenuse would be 10. If this side was 20, the hypotenuse would be 40. If this was 20, then this side would also be 20 in the 45, 45, 90. Now it can make sense. 45, they're the same, so opposite sides would be the same. And if you use Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times that. So if this is 6, this would be 6 square root of 2. So if I said, what's the sine of 30, start over. The sine of 30 degrees. Then you go and find 30 degrees, and you know eventually you'll have it memorized. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so it'd be 1/2. So cosine of 30. Cosine's adjacent over hypotenuse, so it'd be square root of 3 over 2. Tangent of 30 is opposite over adjacent. Now, if you're sitting there saying, Mr. Murphy, I don't have them memorized, I don't expect you to have them memorized now, but I'm going to start giving pop quizzes soon. Now, you could go through cotangents adjacent adjacent over opposite, can't get words out, or say tangent's the reciprocal, so it'd be square root of 3. Secant's reciprocal cosine, so it'd be 2 over square root of 3. Now, if you remember square roots, you're supposed to rationalize the denominator. But for my class, you can leave it like this if you want. Or you could write it 2 square root of 3 over 3. But I like this, it's okay. If your other teacher in the future says you must rationalize, then rationalize, that's fine. And then cosecant 30 is the reciprocal of sine 30, so it'd be 2. Now, since the hypotenuse is always the biggest side because it's opposite the biggest angle, that means sine and cosine always have to be equal to or smaller than 1. It can never be bigger than 1 because this is, right now with the right triangle, it has to be smaller than 1. But when we go to the Cartesian coordinate system, it could be equal. But can never be bigger than 1. So if I asked you a test question, can sine equals 4? You would say no. But the reciprocal can be bigger than 1. In fact, the reciprocals cannot be smaller than 1. Because the reciprocal of a fraction between 0 and 1 cannot be 0, 1. 0, 2, 1. Anyways, let's do 45. Now, I want you to remember my walk up and down the aisle and say cosine of 30. You'd say, oh, Mr. Murphy, it's square root of 3 over 2. Because you haven't memorized. Just like you have 5 times 4 is 20. Memorize. You don't think, oh, 4 of these, 5 of these, what do I do? No. So sine of 45. So we're going to go to the 45 triangle. 45, 45, 90. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So it's 1 over square root of 2. Or you could do square root of 2 over 2, whatever makes you happy. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, the same thing. Then tangent is opposite over adjacent, which is 1. Cotangent's the reciprocal, so it's also 1. Now, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it'd be square root of 2. Same thing with cosecant. Now, 60, back to this triangle. Sine is is opposite over hypotenuse. My mouth is not working right now. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's 1/2. Now again, don't memorize the triangles. I'm just showing you where they come from. These are famous. because they're so nice, tangent is opposite over adjacent, so it'd be square root of 3. Cotangent's the reciprocal. And then secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so secant of 60 would be 2. And then cosecant's the reciprocal of sine, so it's 2 square root of 3. So you have over 30 facts. Over 30 facts to get memorized. So Monday, if you want the 5 extra credit points, you must have over 30 cards. I will kind of peruse them to see if you got the different ones. There's 18 here. Mercy. You don't have to memorize the 2 triangles. Although next year in geometry, you will spend a couple days on each triangle because they are pretty important historically. But the Egyptians knew some of this stuff. Hoo-hoo! So, you got to know all the facts from yesterday. You know, what opposites, adjacents, hypotenuses. What are reciprocals? You need to know the 2 other facts. I mean, trig is 1, but the other 2, what a hypotenuse is, what the legs are, what a right angle is. By the way, it's 90. But that's what we did the first day, getting all those facts out to give you a head start. Now, like I said, in 2 more weeks, there'll be a lot more facts you need to know. But that's a good start with us right now. Have a good day.